Welcome back. Well, if you've been through Point Place because of the very damaging tornado 2 years ago, you might notice, well, a lack of trees. Well, Keep Toledo, Lucas County Beautiful is hoping to change that. Adam Cassi is here so we can learn more about Tree the Point. I like that. Tree the Point.
Tree the Point.
That's cool.
And shoreland.
Yes.
You know, we don't want to forget
don't
shoreland.
leave them out. Come on, let's not leave them out. But yeah, I mean, this was devastating. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but
right.
A lot of trees came down, and trees are important for our ecosystem, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, the most important thing is the infrastructure and the homes and things like that. But now that things are taken care of, we want to come in and take a look at those trees as well, because they are important, especially the closer you get to the lake, the more important they are. And you can't get much closer to the lake than Point Place. Right. So the trees will slow rainwater and kind of pull out a lot of that nutrients that are in there, the phosphorus and the nitrogen. And we know that algae blooms are also an issue in Lake Erie. So the more the nitrogen and phosphorus we can pull out, the better. But yeah, trees are also important for cleaning the air and giving home and food for animals and migratory birds, another important thing for Toledo and Point Place. So a lot of environmental impact by not having those trees.
Yeah, so you are taking on this effort to bring them back. Let's plant some trees. What's going on? What exactly is this campaign all about?
Right, so we have some funding through Keep America Beautiful, which is kind of our parent organization, to replace trees that have come down from natural disasters. So that funding is helping us with at least 100 trees is our goal. We want to get up to 100. On our website, there's a spot to go on and request a tree or two for your property. And we are giving priority to those people that have lost trees from the tornadoes. But if you're in Point Place area or Shoreland and didn't lose a tree but still want one, it only helps to improve the tree canopy up there. So like I said, priority for those that lost trees, but go ahead and register for a tree. And then in October, November-ish, we're planning a number of volunteer days where we're going to go out and actually go through and plant all the trees. And the nice thing is this grant funding is for private property. There's a lot of funding out there for public parks and things like that. But if we want to improve the tree canopy, there's only so many public spaces that we can do that. We need people's front yards and their backyards. And so this gives us the ability to do that.
Yeah, and who doesn't want a nice shade tree on their back patio or something?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about the environmental impact, but yeah, trees in a neighborhood will improve your home's value. They reduce your energy costs because they're shade in the summertime and then a windbreak in the winter, so that wind doesn't come through off the lake and just steal all the heat out of your house. But there's also research that says, you know, a neighborhood that has trees compared to a similar neighborhood that doesn't, you have kids that have better test scores and people drive slower, and there's less vandalism and less crime, and there's just better community pride.
Interesting. I believe that because, yeah, trees, I think, make us happy.
Yeah.
So what kind of trees are we talking about here? Because I imagine we need to be specific or careful about what types of trees we're planting. Yeah,
we want to make sure that they're going to work in that area and that they're native. So we've got red maples, swamp white oaks, lindens, elms, and then if you want something a little bit smaller, the serviceberry, which is a great alternative to the Calgary and Bradford pear trees that are invasive.
Bradford pears.
Yeah, the Calgary pears.
Yes, and we love the smell of those. They look pretty for a little while. But yes. So if people are interested in this, you have a couple of informational sessions. People can get some more information.
Yeah. So up at the Point Place Library, we're going to host 3 different days. One is this evening, where you can come to the library just to ask questions. Some people have asked, do they have to come to the library session to get a tree? Absolutely not. It's just there if you want to come in and talk about the trees that we have and get some questions answered. So this evening, August 18th, and then the last one is September 12th. And then, like I said, we'll be planting in October and then hopefully into November as well. And we are looking for volunteers as well. So not just locations to plant trees, but people to help us plant the trees.
What about the care for them too? Because we actually just planted a red maple at our house, and we're learning quickly that we maybe weren't watering enough or not appropriately. So will you be walking them through that once these trees are planted?
So everybody that gets a tree will get a kind of a care instruction sheet of what to do to take care of their tree. And they're not saplings. You can go to lots of nonprofits and get saplings, and they're this big, and they don't last very well. So these will be 5-foot, 6-foot good landscaping trees, which have a pretty good success rate. And we'll be giving everybody tree tubes and water bags so that they can fill the water bags, which will release that water slowly, so they have a better chance of taking care of their tree and success, for sure.
The water bags, yeah, I've been seeing them and I've been wondering exactly what that is on some of the trees in my neighborhood. So it's like a slow.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just a big bag with little holes in the bottom, and just slowly lets out the water right into the roots where that needs to be.
Where it needs to go, especially. Do we know about how many trees we lost with that tornado?
Yeah, so we don't, because you know, the city came through and did some surveying on the number of street trees.
Sure.
And they're doing a really good job of going back through and replacing those street trees, but it's hard to know how many of the backyard, front yard kind of trees we lost.
Private properties,
Yeah.
but a lot of people will be interested in this, I'm sure. Again, people can get on the website right now and start registering for those?
Yeah, absolutely. The registration's open. They go to our website, ktlcb.org. So that's the initials for Keep Toledo, Lucas County Beautiful, .org, and reserve a tree. And we'll start organizing when they're going to get planted in the fall.
Okay, and then in the meantime, if you do want some more information, a couple opportunities, one beginning tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that is, tell us again, which library branch?
The Point Place Library.
Point Place Library. Okay, so in your neighborhood, folks.
Yeah.
Just go check that out. Adam, thanks for being here today.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.